and all the participants who are present in this conference. My name is Ms. Vinita Ramteke, a SY student of Dr. Tatya Saheb Natu College, Margatamane. My co-author is Dr. Suresh Sutar. So, the title of my paper is Anna Bhau Sathe's Fakira, an epitome and instant culture and psyche. Human life is a beautiful unification of similar and dissimilar things. Unity in diversity is a golden ornament enhancing the beauty of both life and literature. However, in every walk of life, the so-called upper class people with the brutal mentality of divide and rule are always witnessed to be in power. And ultimately, it has caused for an acute injustice on the meek and humble section of society who is quite honest to their soul. Literature has always described every minute and mighty happening in life. Literature in Marathi language is also unique with its writers like Anna Bhau Sathe and their down-to-earth creation. The novels of Sathe reveal the deep injustice on the poor Satara of society in Vachega, the sensitive area of western Maharashtra. The diverse layers of traditions have always caused for the malicious smoothing of the poor Dalit people kept unaware of their natural rights under the yoke of belief and disbelief. Among the yearn for liberty and equality, those God has always attracted the scholars all over the world. It describes the downtrodden whom the right of education was denied. Young Dalit writers like Anna Bhau Sathe, Shankarrao Kharat, Baburao Bagul, and many more have strived to empower the poor to fight against their painful plight. They have assisted the untouchables to come on the universal juncture and express their pangs and pains. The literature of Anna Bhau Sathe in Marathi unravels the suffering of the Dalit people. The novel Fakira depicts the bitter social reality where Dalits are sidelined from the core of social politics and economy. In the plight too, the Dalit people never give up their strong favor to life and their just ethics for which Eastern ethnicity is known all over the world. Fakira is a story of Jogini, means a small color bowl, possession of which means a matter of great pride and honor of hosting the Jatra, a religious fest in the village. Ranoji, the sturdy young, active and the young monk strives to snatch out the Jogini for his village, but the Shigao villagers break the rule and behead Ranoji. After 10 years, the Shigao's youth plan to attack and get Jogini back. Then, Fakira, the elder son of Ranoji, lets the youth to go out of Vategao and then chasing him nearly cuts his hand from the wrist and sacrifices his rightful vengeance of his father's brutal and unlawful murder. He spares the youth and teaches humanity and values to all of us. Fakira revolts against the British rulers' regulation of declaring Mang, Mahar, Ramoshi communities as criminals and imposing on them the consistent appearance at the police station or to the village authority mandatory. He challenges both the in-house politics and the absolute prejudice of the upper caste community towards Dalit people. He risks his life to save the life of Sattu, who chops an upper caste man, Choguli, who was brutally bashing a pregnant Maha woman and was not budging to any of the requests made by the onlookers. Fakira neutralizes negative forces working against Dalits. Following all the principles of humanity, he empowers the survival of the Dalit people. Sattu assaults the money lenders and burns their diaries, having the interest records pertaining to the needy in the society. He threatens the tortuous husband too, the upper caste people, to grab the government's prize of 5,000 rupees, catch Sattu and decide to hand over him to the police. After receiving a message from Sattu, Fakira attacks those villagers and frees Sattu. The recurrent famines and epidemic leaves the Dalit high and dry in their whole life. Fakira approaches the Patil and Vishnupan and requests them to intervene in the intense matter of the survival of the people. However, the Britishers ignores Vishnupan's intimation about the distress circumstances, extreme paucity of food and epidemics. Here too, Fakira, with some hungry supporters, plans of raiding the food grain stored and getting rotten in the rich man's mansions. He wins a hard-hitting long battle and distributes the food grains equally among all the Dalit families who were starving by all means. The police declares the Dalits as criminals and compels them for the regular attendance at the police station or to the village authorities compulsory. Fakira's Planso ransacked the British affluence kept under the strict surveillance of a Brahmin. He challenges the Brahmin to hand over the keys. However, the villagers come to rescue the Brahmin who has a gun. And after the whole night war, Fakira wins and distributes the amount of 50,000 rupees among the destitute and deprived people equally. Here, he asserts that all of us have to die one day, but I desire to live and die as a lion. He lives and dies as a brave lion, but during his lifetime, he honestly strives to slake the thirst and hunger of his people. Fakira is totally free from all the evils like avarice for wealth and power and rascal prejudices. He shields Sattu's life, robs the British wealth and distributes it among the constantly hungry Dalit families and even grants life to the man whom he could have legally killed. The literature of Anna Bhau Sathe is the reflection of the encounter between the actions taken by rich and reaction given by the poor in frame of humanity. Fakira, the work containing the struggle of the subalterns, is the mouthpiece of the fight of the depressed for their natural right of freedom and justice. To feel for those quite close to soil, to those who are quite innocent, has been the unique identity of the Eastern culture. It has been the very essence of the Indian culture for which the Indian soil has been identified all over the world. The Dalits reveal their anger, rejection, rebellious sacrifice for the community and humanity through the strong behavior. The fight against the British and loot their actual Indian wealth for the sake of the poor peasants and workers living the life of the subjugated. They strongly stand against the work, kind and humiliation witnessed in the society, sometimes on trifles and sometimes without any cause whatsoever. They bravely revolt against the both discrimination and injustice of the British government. Joshil K. Abraham, Judith Mishari are the opinion, I quote, Dalit literature is one front in the cultural struggle aimed at building a humanistic society and restoring dignity to the Dalit community. Hence, to question the conventions purposefully practiced by the rich against the poor has been always the area of writing of Dalit writers. Anna Bhau Sathe, through Fakira, has taught the significance of Eastern culture and psyche, which empowers the survival of human beings irrespective of the diversity found all over the world. Fakira being one of the cream compositions through the motif of persistent struggle as the destiny of suppressed reveals the ultimate depth of human values of Eastern culture and psyche. The society reeled on the doctrines of morality always generate idealized life which cares for one and all wherein is found Eastern ethos and psyche. I am very thankful to all participants and resource persons for listening me peacefully. Thank you and have a good day.